I'm Jason Sklar.
And I'm Randy Sklar.
And this is Point, the only sports discussion show where people vehemently agree with each other.
I agree with that.
This is a very special Super Bowl edition of our show, and let's start in the middle with the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Madonna has been tapped once again.
She's been tapped a lot.
My question to you, Randy, is good move or bad move for Madonna?
I say it's a bad move, Jay, and here's why. It's signifying that she's old.
Interesting.
Right? Because think about all the people that the Super Bowl has asked to do the Super Bowl halftime show since the Timberlake debacle.
Okay.
They've all been old. Springsteen, 60.
60.
Prince, he's ageless, but he was around 50.
Yep.
The Rolling Stones?
80s, early 80s.
They're in their 80s.
Yeah.
Keith Richards got a body of a 90-year-old. Here's a woman who has predicated her whole career on being young and looking young. Yoga arms, dating a prepubescent, and yet by doing the Super Bowl, she's admitting, I'm an old woman.
I cannot believe how much I completely agree with you, Randy, but it's all for different reasons. She has based her career on being edgy, and now, by playing the Super Bowl, she's saying, I'm the safest choice out there. Because when I think about it, Rand, the Super Bowl halftime show is a lot like the music you listen to when you get on a plane. I think it was on like a Southwest Airlines flight. I swear to God, I heard 3 John Mayer songs in 9 minutes.
In a 9-minute span.
And that says more about John Mayer than it does about Southwest Airlines. It's a safe choice, bad move for Madonna.
It is ridiculous how much I agree with you, but you're missing the point. She can't play any of her songs. What's she going to play? Erotica?
No.
Absolutely not. Like a Prayer?
Broncos aren't in it, so no.
No Tebow, right?
No Tebow, that's right.
Like a Virgin?
Same thing. Tebow's not in it, so no.
You can't play that. So basically, it's going to be a 12-minute dance remix of Ray of Light, and nobody wants that, not even Madonna. All right, let's move on. I want to talk about fan reaction, or more specifically, overreaction after the big game.
It's like Pat Summerall getting drunk. It's a given. It's going to happen.
A Patriot fan after the AFC Championship game threw a Baltimore Ravens fan through a plate glass window after the Patriots won at a bar in Virginia. Do you think the Patriot fans are in trouble of overreacting here?
They're in a lot of trouble, Randy. That was a huge overreaction, and here's why. That incident happened at 2:30 in the morning. Game is long over.
You already won,
You won
Pats
the game.
fan.
That's right. All the Ravens fans were doing were walking out the door chanting, "Let's go Ravens."
Which is a weird thing to chant after you lost.
Patriots fans, in that moment, 2:30 in the morning, you've won the game. Is there ever a better moment to point to a TV, Sports Center, and go, scoreboard?
Jay, I cannot believe how much I'm agreeing with you. It's making me angry on the inside and the outside. There is always a good place and time to throw someone through a plate glass window. You just got to know the right time to do it. It's after the Super Bowl. It's when your local PBS station won't carry Downton Abbey.
Is that Downtown Abbey?
It's Downton Abbey.
I agree with you. It is Downton Abbey.
Look, what are the Patriot fans going to do? They've painted themselves into a corner. They've got nowhere to go. If you win the Super Bowl, you now have to light someone on fire and then throw them through a plate glass window.
I can't believe how glad I am that you brought that up. But you know what, Rand? You brought that up a little too late, because that is a key element to the argument against fan overreaction. I've hated this for years. Why do cities win championships and then riot in their own city? It's your city. You won. You should be celebrating. Here's how you fix this. You take a small delegation from the city that lost. You send them to the city that won. You let them pillage and loot small Korean businesses.
I guess we're just going to have to agree on this one.
Final point. This is a rematch of the 2007 Super Bowl. Some people say maybe one of the best Super Bowls we've seen in the last decade.
And now they're saying that this year's Super Bowl will eclipse that. It will be even better.
So here's the question. Are they setting the bar too high? Is this going to be a problem for the Super Bowl? Will it live up to expectations? Randy?
I think it's a huge problem for the Super Bowl, Jay, because typically sequels suck.
Yeah.
Don't believe me? Take a look at The Karate Kid 2. Terrible movie. Why did they go to Japan and then get involved in politics on a local level?
Yeah.
You lost me there. I didn't even believe the relationship between Ralph Macchio and the Japanese woman.
Randy, I am so behind you right now, I'm actually in front of you. I agree with you. Karate Kid 2, terrible movie, but you got the reason why it's terrible wrong. It's in the final move. His finishing move, the Karate Kid. In Karate Kid 1, it was the crane move.
Took longer to develop than Emmanuel Lewis.
Then, in Karate Kid 2, they somehow found a way to make an even more telegraphed move. That move in Karate Kid 2, the two-hand slap to the face, which mimicked the little drums that everyone's doing around the ring, which wasn't really a ring.
Not even a ring.
That thing was more telegraphed than Thomas Edison's inventions. And Thomas Edison would have been like, you know what? Stop telegraphing shit. That's my thing.
You think the ending to this Super Bowl will be as telegraphed as a two-handed punch across the face
necessarily think
to a
that.
Japanese man?
Yes. I almost didn't think that, but now that you said that, I totally agree with you. I think that's what I think.
Well, I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. You agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm Randy Sklar,
I'm Jason Sklar.
and this has been Point Point.